Well, next week we're back on home turf to discuss an issue that's devastated the lives of millions of people.
Glenn, Grief, Wilson and Pettit the second rows. Pettit's got a one bit of tape. Your referee for today's game, Mr. Kelvin Jeffs. So Bueno gets us underway in this Commonwealth Bank Cup clash, and Wilson knocks it back towards his own line before bringing it towards the 10-metre line. What a game this will be, and as Wayne Pearce said in the opener, probably worthy of a cup final. Fairfield Patrician Brothers and St John's of Woodlawn. I would think they wouldn't stay too much longer inside their 22. This is Letafuga, taken by 2 and 3 defenders. Joey Grimer clapping his hands at dummy half, and now Haitley with the clearing kick, rather Garron Casey. It's a good-looking kick too for field position. Now Pert, his first touch of the ball for Woodlawn. Bringing it back, what can they do? Good tackle, big hit from Hall. 18-stone front rower. Brings him down 10 short of the halfway.
You'd go a long way to see two schoolboy sides better credentialed than this. Parramatta, Patrician Brothers Fairfield, a lot of boys in the Parramatta SG Ball and Jersey Flag sides, and St John's Woodlawn, a host of boys in the Metropolitan, in the Catholic Colleges stateside.
Trouble now, Woodlawn, far side. This is Deary still going, knocked inside and Fairfield back in position. Flag goes up. Here it is on the replay for the Commonwealth Bank. He was away, the chase was good from Fairfield. Haitley was coming across in cover and did his job well. Took him into touch, good cover defence from Chris Haitley.
Yeah, great positioning from Chris Haitley. He gave John Deary no room to move, and Deary ultimately put his foot into touch.
So Kelvin Jeffs laying down the law for this first scrum of the game. He wants it in and out, and he got that. This is Rafferty.
Just picking up where I left off, Mark, prior to that break, you know, a lot of boys in this game have been in representative football at a school or at a junior representative level. The quality here will be just absolutely superb.
Hall trying to make the advantage line, getting out of the danger zone, but Woodlawn meeting them well. And this now working her way through Grimer. Rafferty at dummy half. Now Casey, kick downtown, towering kick too. Takes Pert back over the 22. Faces a wall of blue and blue jerseys. Oh, taken to ground beautifully by Andrew Hill in jumper number 3 with a headgear. Penalty Woodlawn. Penalty Woodlawn, and there's a player in back play for St John's in a bit of trouble, Andrew King. Brother of Chris, who's playing with the Parramatta Eels. This is Bueno finding the line. Hopefully he'll be back in the game very shortly. An exciting centre three-quarter. Dickonowski gets them on a roll. Brendan, that was Felsh. Holds up a second ball now. Salou, open pastures for Salou. Back inside, still going. Oh, good tackle, Haitley. Second crunch tackle. He made it on Felsh. But Woodlawn, good field position now. They're looking wide through Mum, and this is Bueno. Steps off the right, comes back to the centre. Contained well, but still gets his pass away. Still on the wrap now. Away it goes through Pert, standing in the tackle. Brought to ground 12 short.
Great attack here by St John's Woodlawn. Patrician Brothers asked to do a lot of tackling.
Deary, 5 metres short. Troy Dickonowski, player of the year in 1990. Looking for another one in 91. Puts it on the boot, Salou. Fairfield off the hook through Joey Grimer.
Yeah, you can see the difference in the pace of this game as opposed to the previous games. Most of the previous games we've televised. Play the balls a lot quicker, defence moving up a lot quicker, and the contact a lot harder.
Great catching and passing, Wayne.
Yeah, under pressure, the support play has been enormous, and also the handling.
Joe Grimer to play it. I know we've got to watch Dickonoski, and after all, he's got the crown, Player of the Year in 1990. You want to watch number 9 for Fairfield, Joe Grimer. He reads the game real well. This is Rafferty, sees half a space, couldn't quite go through it. Kelvin Jeffs signals last tackle. They work the blind through Casey. Recently represented New South Wales and City. Now Pert over his 10, working to the 22. He goes over the 22. Still going, brought to ground. 2 metres outside his 22. St John's and Fairfield Patrician Brothers 0-0 in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. Last 16 sides left in 1991.
If St John's Woodlawn had a problem last year and they got through to the final, remember, against St Greg's and put up a terrific match, it was their inability in their own half to go forward. They're the sorts of mistakes they made. They looked to go backwards before they went forward. They can't do that here.
Not against Fairfield, Pats, Billy.
Now they'll be made to pay.
Yeah, it's no need, Bill, as you're saying, to get too flash. I mean, in areas like this, the further you go back, as you say, the more risk you take.
Scrum to go down, second scrum of the match. Won by Fairfield. Casey picks up Hately. Hately now working back to the middle, in towards the forwards. Grimer at dummy half. Now Rafferty. He's got runners. Here comes one of them. That's Patet. Darren Pettit. Still working blind. Letafuga. Letafuga standing in the tackle. Good ball. In fact, that was a great ball. I think you'll find it's the captain, Glenn Grief. Now they're working open. A very deep back line. Away they go now. Hill. Try to cut them up. Still going, Hill. He's only 5 short. Fairfield Patrician Brothers on a roll. Looking for opening points. Hall! What's the decision? Penalty, double movement. Wayne Pitts.
Yeah, it looked as though he was actually tackled, then lifted his body and a ball up and over the line. We can actually see what happens here. He comes on the burst, bounces one or two of the Woodlawn players out of the way. He hits the ground there, then in another motion lifts himself up. It wasn't actually momentum. What do you reckon, Bill?
Oh, definitely a double movement. The referee, Jeffs, was right on the spot, but I was sure that he was tackled short of the line and then tried to improve his position.
You two guys know it better than I thought momentum may have just got him there. Obviously, the replay showed I was wrong. Now they bring it out of their 22. Through Brazier. Now working open through Mum and Boino. Boino, face ball. Face ball and they're away. Woodlawn still going now. Working to the halfway. This now is King. King still going. Looks outside and finds Cummins, the captain, still going, knocked to the touch. Great football.
Absolutely sensational movement there from St John's Woodlawn. They took the risk, they pushed the ball in their own quarter, and then it was a magnificent passing movement, Mark.
It just keeps coming. Fairfield attack, then Woodlawn. And as Wayne Pearce, you've said it before, I'll say it again, worthy of a cup final. Here it is as they come down the touchline.
Yeah, fantastic support play here. Great defence yet again here as the Patrician Brothers players come across in their numbers. In the end, it was up to Kevin Griffith to come over.
What about the tackle, Wayne? He put his hand out and knocked the ball down. There was going to be a try.
Yep, it was great anticipation there.
Try-saving tackle for Kevin Griffith, who I can tell you plays second-grade cricket for Parramatta, and Mick Hardis says his find of the year. In fact, hasn't played rugby league for 5 years, Wayne. Now they're spreading it wide and just over the 22 they come. Captain Cummins. He's 15 short. Gets up and plays it. Shalou working across field. St John's for tackle 3. Dickonoski, you've got to watch him from dummy half. Stands up now. Mum inside ball. Cross, crisscross. Before Pert takes the tackle. Now Dickonoski from dummy half. Stands up, gets the ball away. They're coming back the blind through Cummins. Now Shalou. Just 4 metres short. They're looking for opening points. Woodlawn. Mum, a long ball for Reno. Gets around his first man. They've got numbers. They've got to score. Pert will score. Opening points for St John's College at Woodlawn. They did everything right. They worked the defence of Fairfield across the ground and then they spun it. Did they what? Mums threw a long ball. They've come up quickly, Casey, and he stood him up, Eno. He found King, and then Pert put his ears back.
Yeah, the St John side certainly give themselves plenty of room in the back line. They get nice and deep, and by getting deep, it allows them to get outside the Patrician Brothers defence here. Great ball from King here under pressure to Pert, who was in support play. Comes around to improve his position. That's as good a try as you'd see.
The try scorer, Craig Pert, the fullback. I still think Fairfield will come back, but St John's of Woodlawn, they have open, guns are blazing. Bill Anderson
A fantastic try. They took the risk. There was always an intercept pass. There always is on those deep, long passes when you're up in the opposition quarter and they're coming up quickly. But they took the odds to it and came up trumps.
We mentioned Mick Hardis earlier. Kim Evans has done a fantastic job with this schoolboy side.
Oh, super schoolboy coach. You know, he could coach at any level successfully.
Now Boyino, 5/8 for Woodlawn. Around the corner. Stumpy Laddie moves into it, waved away. So the scoreline. St John's of Woodlawn have come to Sydney. They lead 4 points to 0 over Fairfield Patrician. Casey with the restart. Wayne, I was going to say, Casey went up on Eno very quickly and missed his man.
Yeah, he did, but that was because Eno gave himself plenty of room to move. He was very, very deep, and that's the thing that that stands out about this Woodlawn side, is their depth in the back line, and they're prepared, obviously realise that that's where they've got the edge in this particular match, and they're using it.
Again, they work it now. Through 11, and that, of course, is Jason Brazier. There he is, Kim Evans, the man we spoke of just earlier. Now Eno gets his kick now, hoists it downfield. It'll be picked up by Chris Haitley. He lets it go, though. And Casey takes the tackle on the far touchline. Now Haitley, out of dummy half, makes 4 metres. The defence was good and strong. In fact, more work again from Andrew Constable. Bringing it forward, their forwards now. That was Hall who took the tackle, working wide. This is Hall, in fact. A lot of headgear out there for Fairfield. The play before was Anthony Wilson. Rafferty gets away from Dickonoski and gets away from another and still going. Elusive halfback is Rafferty. Grimer from dummy half. This is Casey. Charge down. There was trouble on. Trouble on. Well done from captain Glenn Cummings.
Yeah, it's amazing how things can turn around. Like there was a try on for Patrician Brothers if they got that pass through. Then again, if the pass is taken by Cummings and intercepted, then they could have easily scored a try.
Wayne, isn't it terrific to see the ball movement, the entertainment, the capacity to try and move the football around, which shows you're enjoying it at this level?
Casey.
Yeah, it's a spectacle to watch. Fantastic.
John Coates from the Commonwealth Bank would be very happy with this one, Bill, so far.
I'm sure he would.
This is Letafuga and gets his ball away for Pettit, who'll get up and play it. They need a quick one. Grief came through. They took the second option. This is Wilson, 10 metres out. Grimer dummy half. Very deep Fairfield Pats. They need points. They need them now. Casey, he's got runners galore. In fact, he finds one and Haitley has scored. Haitley has scored. The boom fullback from Fairfield Patrician Brothers. We'll see it on the replay. They approve the Fairfield College. On the replay, through Rafferty and then Casey. It was a good ball from Hill. And then Haitley. He found the line, and that's what he had to do, Wayne.
Yeah, obviously Patrician Brothers don't believe they're inferior in the back line. They're prepared to move it around as well. They gave themselves plenty of room to move. A great ball out here to Haitley, and he just charges over in the corner, knows where to go, and make sure of the 4 points.
Billy, all the shapings of one great Commonwealth Bank Cup clash.
I don't think we'll know the winner here until about 2 minutes before full time.
And Woodlawn now out of it by no means. 4-all on the scoreboard and Dickonoski laying down the law. Garron Casey, 5/8. Very much a representative footballer. He's got this conversion. He's about a metre in from touch. He's 5 back from his own 22. Left hand, left-footed, around the corner. Has a look at it now, Casey. Moves into it. Can he square it? It's in the air. It's coming around. Just waved away, but gee, it was close. So, the Commonwealth Bank Cup clash. Fairfield and St John's locked at 4-all. Mick Hardis, 5 Commonwealth Bank Cup titles to his credit. looking for 6 to tie it up with St Gregory's of Campbelltown in 91. But one big obstacle, Bill Anderson, St John's of Woodlawn.
Well, that's right, but on Meggie, what a great job he's done for that school over the years. He's not a teacher there, but he's had a, you know, he's a very talented coach. He's coached great football. He's had a huge input.
Working away now through Anthony Wilson. Letafuga, 10 over the 22. Grimer, inside ball, now they turn it out. Pettit. Casey, kick downfield, looking for the line. Taken by Pert. Now he's over his 22. He's away from Casey. Knocked to ground and plays it on tackle 1. This is Deary. 10 short of the halfway. Letafuga at second. Marco, keep watching for him. He's an exciting footballer. St John's of Woodlawn.
The St John's have tried to hit that area in behind the play the ball with some of their forward ruck plays on a number of occasions. Fairfield just tidying up their marker defence.
Great kick. Great kick from the maestro. Troy Dickonowski. You can't have raps high enough for him after what we saw on the Gold Coast Wayne Pearce.
No, he really cut, I think it was Tormina to pieces on that occasion. But even under the pressure that he's been subjected to by Patrician Brothers, he's still standing out. He's a very talented player.
Rafferty with the feed. Kelvin Jeff's not happy. This is what Commonwealth Bank Cup football is all about. What a level we're seeing today. Hately standing one off. Takes it forward. 4 all on the Commonwealth Bank Cup. Glenn Grief. Still going, Grief. The defence was good and strong from Felsh. Now working it back. This is rather Patet. Blindside play. They're very wide and deep now, Fairfield. Rafferty holds one up now. Away for Casey. Hill can handle. Looked like he was going to put it to ground. He didn't. They're still very deep and they've got the numbers. Grimer wants a quick play the ball. He gets it. Casey goes for the drop goal. It's in the air. But now Pert will have to run it back. Oh, he may have touched that. We will see it.
Now, he was very lucky here. What he should have tried to do, even though it was an attempted drop for goal, he should have just caught the ball on the full, in which case it would have been a tap from the quarter anyhow. He flirted with danger there by trying to field it.
Pass goes forward and the scrum to go down. Fairfield will get the feed. Here it is. The pass goes forward from Eno. And received quite a shot too from the Fairfield defence.
And once again there, Woodlawn looking to move the ball from a tap 22, 2 and 3 passes inside their own half, deep inside their own half to try and gain an edge. And whilst they're flirting with danger, it paid off once, but they're still taking a lot of risks in doing so.
One by Fairfield and they come open. Mum made the tackle. Now captain Glenn Grief takes it towards the 22. Grimer at dummy half. Paul, 18 stone of him. Working for the ad line.
Must be on my diet.
Casey holds up the ball, picks up third runner. This is Hately. 5 yards short, Fairfield. They're charging. Inside ball for Hall. He's 1 metre short. Grimer, Rafferty, picks up his second rower, looks to get it away. That's Pettit. Change over on the last.
I don't think they would have been counting the tackles there. It seemed a strange play to try and adopt on your 6th tackle and in turn give the ball straight over to the opposition. I thought that they would have spun it around a little more or put it up in the air.
You're getting the feeling that Patrician Brothers are hurting Woodlawn. They just seem to be not quite as quick in getting up to play the ball or getting up after their tackle.
I think they've definitely got a physical advantage in the forwards, and as you say, it's taking its toll on Woodlawn at this stage, and the only way out for Woodlawn, I'm sure that they feel this way, is to try and go around the big Patrician Brothers side.
They're in possession now, Fairfield through Hately, and second play now for Bragg. Oh, hit by Brazier.
Talking about hurt, I'm sure that did.
He got up. A shake of the head. Here it is. Dickonoski was there, but this is the man that does the damage. Whooshka. Bang. Brazier got him. Didn't miss. They're working back inside now. And great ball! Hard football up the middle here at the Sydney Football Stadium. Grimer puts the foot to it. And a let off. Woodlawn. Grimer saw half a chance. In fact, it was the tackle from Salou that knocked the ball loose. Now Dickonoski. Sorry, Wayne.
I was going to say, yeah, the Patrician Brothers side still looking to create at every opportunity. Great hit there, every opportunity, and it's going to be a great game because Patrician Brothers, even with the bigger set of forwards, are still looking to take advantage out wide as well.
They're big, but they're fairly mobile.
They are, yeah.
4 points all, St John's and Patrician Brothers Fairfield. Boyino gets the kicking. Oh, good kick, Boyino. Casey had a look at it. He had no chance. Rafferty with the feed. There it is, the awesome front row of Fairfield Patrician Brothers. Rafferty feeds, Fairfield win. Casey tries to get inside. He'll play it. Hill out of dummy half and beats one. Brought down 10 short of the halfway line. Rafferty. Hall. Rather Wilson. Almost identical with the headgear. Grimer. Rafferty. Casey. Picks up Hill. Hill gets around them and straightens. Into open pastures goes Hill. The cover's coming across. Kicks again off. Taken beautifully by Pert under pressure.
Yeah, beautiful hands there by Purdy. Once again, it was a situation where he showed anticipation. Great break here from Hill. He puts the kick in. It wasn't a soft kick either, on the fingertips, and it stuck. How would you like to have him in the sledge, Bill?
Marsh would have been proud.
I think he'd be able to do the job. That was terrific reflexes because he was setting himself to make a tackle. Then when the kick was made, he had to do a quick adjustment with both his hands and his feet, but caught it no problem.
They've worked away and got a penalty. In fact, St John's Woodlawn, they lead the penalties by 3 points to nil, or 3 penalties to nil. The scrums, listen to that. That's a scoreline and a half. 6-0 the scrums, Fairfield.
But all with the feed, and you know that's just about what you'd expect.
Modern day football. Modern day football. Now they're bringing it forward through Miller. Miller goes over the advantage line. Dickonoski running wide and picks up Mum.
They are a better football team than they were last year. They're far more disciplined in doing the tough things.
One guy that will be looking at this game very closely is St Gregory's coach, Peter Mulholland. What do you think he'd think, Bill?
I think he'd think no matter which of these two we're playing, we've got a game on our hands.
Have we what? Commonwealth Bank Cup football in 1991.
And that's if they get to play one of these two, because St Greg's have still got a lot of work to do too. They're a very good football team, and we'd expect that, you know, whoever beats them is going to be right up towards the finals, but there are a lot of good sides left.
In fact, Yanko, Farah, just to name a few.
Cambridge Park.
Cambridge Park still in.
Benil. St Paul's Manly.
They keep going, but look at Woodlawn. Still going, Woodlawn. They're looking wide. They may well score. Oh, if he scored it, no.
That is as good a fullback tackle as you'll ever see. He was home and hosed.
This is Hately. We spoke about him earlier. King picked it up. He stepped away from Grimer. He came back to the middle of the field and got between another. He beat Casey, still got the ball away, and this is King. Have a look at this for a tackle. Crunch. Ball jolted loose. You would have been proud of that one, Wayne.
That was a great tackle. He was coming across in cover. He set himself to tackle King. King offloaded the ball, and he made no mistake.
Chris Hately putting his body on the line, putting himself in the picture and coming up with a try-saving tackle. Now Fairfield working wide, and Hill still going. Makes it over the halfway and gets the ball away. Bragg now, open pastures for the two Blues. Puts his head back, a ball away. Inside it, we're going to try. No, forward pass. Oh.
Good decision, that one. Good decision.
Oh, this is coronary material. And why wouldn't you get excited when you see champagne football like this? Bragg got the ball around the corner, and that was a line ball.
Well, on the replay, I might have to take that back. I thought it was a good decision, but touch and go.
Mum. Now Woodlawn. with a chance to work out of the danger zone. 4-all Commonwealth Bank Cup from the Sydney Football Stadium.
Woodlawn almost scoring at one end of the field. In the next couple of tackles, Patrician Brothers almost scoring at the other end.
Boyino, a bit slow to play that football. I just wonder if the big lad's getting a bit tired. A Woodlawn player down as Miller takes it forward 8 metres over his own 22. Mum, looking to get out of there. You can't play Fairfield in your own 22. Now Hately, excitement machine, working towards the halfway. Oh, good tackle from King in company with Damien Young. Casey, oh, hit by King. And also Young there again. They make 2 in a row, the couple. Now they'll look to their big forwards, and here's one of them, puts it. Mamando coming to the sideline. Casey, now open pastures again for Hill. Has he got the pace? He's got men outside him. You won't catch him. This is Griffiths. I think you'll find it is Kevin Griffiths has scored. Fairfield supporters are jubilant. And the class of Fairfield Patrician Brothers shining. This is Letafuga. He held up the ball for Casey. Then he found him dead. He won. Hill put his head back. Outside him, pace to burn Griffiths. And that is a great football try. Wayne Pearce.
Yeah, coming up to half-time, a little bit of fatigue setting into the defensive pattern of Woodlawn. They're not moving up quite as quickly. Great work by Letafuga. Offloads out the back line. Hill sees the gap, goes for it. Not enough pace coming across. The replacement, Mamando, coming across, not quite quick enough. Pert came into Hill, but the overlap was there. And we see the wing three-quarter, Kevin Griffiths, going over underneath the uprights.
Kevin Griffiths, second-grade cricketer for Parramatta. 5 years out of rugby league. What a way to come back to it. Getting a taste for Commonwealth Bank Cup football at its highest level. Now Casey. I saw him kick them from all over the park against John Paul to Marion. Garron Casey, none from one, right in front, moves into it, hits it. No mistake, no mistake. St John's, they trail by 10 points to 4. Boyino to restart play. They've got a job and a half in front of them. They opened up guns a-blazing. I wonder if this Fairfield side, maybe a little more physical and fitness-wise, they look exceptionally fit.
They play tough week in, week out football, and if there's an area, and we've said it for a couple of years now, that St John's Woodlawn probably lack in, and that is the intensity of football on a regular basis, and that's something that we can't do much about. But if they were to get through this game, they're going to be better off for the run, and that's just what they would have needed going into quarterfinals. But you know, there's a long way to go in this yet. I still wouldn't like to have to pick a winner.
No way in the world. Fairfield Patrician Brothers on the attack, 10 out from their 22, and Letafuga making the ad line. This is the captain, Glenn Grief, and still going Grief. Over the halfway goes the captain, telling his forward, this is the way, follow me. Now working wide through Casey. This is Hill. 5 metres over the halfway. Grimer, this is Letafuga. Big Samoan. Last tackle. Runners each side of the ruck. Casey elects to put it up. Back towards the goalpost. Taken well by Mark Mumm for Woodlawn. And look at that, the chase. From a bloke called Brendan Hall. Front rower, nailed him. Only 10 out from their line. They're working away well now. This is Salu. Taken by Grimer. He gets his ball away, and Dickonoski working to the middle. They may well need a little bit of individual brilliance. Maybe the player of the year from 1990, Troy Dickonoski, can give them that.
We've got to make sure they get out to half-time without any more errors and with no more points against them, and have a rethink about their situation at half-time.
Another good kick. This time Casey has time. A few defenders there. Oh, Mamando went with a big hit. came up with possession. Lucky he ducked underneath that tackle, Casey. Now they're working away. Tackle 3. Brazier to play it. Dickonowski, Mum now. He'll come back up with it off his own player. They're going backwards. Fairfield moving up in defence. Makes it to the 22 in the middle of the field. Centre of the football stadium. This is Miller. Miller gives a good ball. Replacement, Mamandu. He'll score. Well, what a replacement. He came up with the football and then he scored one. Here it is on the Commonwealth Bank Cup replay. Miller gave it to the replacement, Mamando. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He looked to pass, but he reached out and scored.
Well, I was talking about Woodlawn just trying to conserve their situation up till half-time. They weren't content with that. Great charge here by Miller and a great ball to Mamando. Now, not even Chris Haitley, who saved those last 2 tries, could stop this one. Mamando, plenty of momentum. He goes over.
Replacement, Bruce Mamando. In fact, that's what he's going to be today, Mamando.
And what a game we've got now.
Commando. Boino. Moves into it. Out very wide. He's missed it. Half-time scoreline. As the siren sounds. St John's, they trail by 2. Fairfield Patrician Brothers 10 lead 8. St John's of Woodlawn 8.
Just say who's leading. St Patrician Brothers 10-8.
He's off there. 7 runs. Yep. All with a P.
So there's the scoreline at half-time. Fairfield 10 leads St John's 8.
How are your drinks here, fellas?
Yeah, they got enough to do, mate. I don't give them more.
What'd you get the wrong scoreline?
timber, hammers, nails, now Patrick even more. John Tuggett's got heel and fork and spade, Cole Nelson hosen.
Headsets on.
What a Commonwealth Bank Cup clash we've got on our hands. At half-time, Fairfield Patrician Brothers 10. They lead St John's of Woodlawn 8. On Cup final night, the player of the series will receive $1,000 worth of gear from Adidas. In fact, everything the young player could ever want, as displayed by Bill Anderson and Brett Kenny Esquire. And NEC, the best in electrical equipment, you name it, they've got it. Microwaves, sound systems, in fact, the works, the best from our great sponsors, Adidas, and of course, NEC. The video recorder, the people from NEC doing a tremendous job, along with the Commonwealth Bank in schoolboy football. Fairfield to restart. And immediately Damien Young with the football, bringing it back towards the 22. Grimer was there, and so too was Wilson. Wilson makes 2 in a row on Sulu. Dickonoski, Mum, Eno. Back inside ball for Constable.
Mark, you just mentioned the great job the Commonwealth Bank are doing. Well, they've got a couple of other sponsorships that are taking place. June the 24th to 28th, at Newcastle, the Australian Under-15 Championships, and July 1 to 5 in Darwin, the Northern Territory, the Open Schoolboy Championships. And we don't mind giving a plug to that other code, and that's the Australian rules, and that's going to take place in Darwin also on the 8th to 13th of July. The Commonwealth Bank, great sponsors of all sports.
In particular, at schoolboy level, fantastic support from them. Now Haitley for Fairfield Patrician Brothers. What a vital member he's been in the first half, Haitley.
Yeah, Haitley has. I mean, he's one of the players that will be in the running for this year's Junior Dally M Player of the Year. As we've seen him perform admirably well in the first half. I'm sure he'll continue that sort of form in the second half. There's a lot of other good performers out there as well.
Here's trouble for Woodlawn straight away. Oh, taken well. Taken well by the Woodlawn defence. That was Mamando, the replacement. Now Casey, wide of the ruck. This is Haitley. Haitley will score. Forget it. He'll make the line. Haitley scores number 2. That's why he's a boom fullback. Jubilation for Fairfield. Here it is on the replay. Rafferty held one up. Then Casey came across field and sucked 2 defenders. Haitley put pedal to the metal. Stretched out, and he is running beautifully. Gets there. Pert couldn't do anything about it.
No, we just finished talking about him being a possibility for the Junior Dally M Award, and he's He's just there, confirmed his potential. There's no doubting that. But Woodlawn bunched, very much in a bunch in that particular situation there on that particular ruck, and as a result, they were short out wide, and Haitley took full advantage of that.
So Woodlawn in conference, and the little master, as far as Woodlawn are concerned, Troy Dickonowski laying down the law. Well and truly, they won't submit. That's what we can be sure of, Billy.
Oh, they'll fight back, and it's a matter now of them just getting that defensive line in order. I think they came back with their mind in other places when the half-time whistle went, and they never switched on to the job at hand. Patrician Brothers Fairfield got the field position and converted into points. St John's now got to get down the other end and keep playing out sets of 6. They've got enough attack to score points.
Garen Casey, 1 from 2. He'll be looking to improve that statistic. So now Casey has one last look at it. Has a look at the target. Picture of concentration. Moves into it. Hits it sweetly. In the air. That's there. The flags go up. And Fairfield Patrician Brothers go to a 16-8 lead. The support from the school body, fantastic. They've travelled here today. A bit far for the Woodlawn supporters, Billy.
Yes, but they've got some here. A lot of old boys have come along to watch the game, and a lot of parents that have that sort of support in Sydney, so they've come along to have a look at these young fellows play.
Bueno drives it deep inside the 22. Now Haitley comes back. Oh, good tackle from the Woodlawn defence. Haitley gets up and plays it, however. He was hit by Miller and driven.
Haitley was the fullback in that SG ball team that Parramatta had this year that went through and won the SG ball. They beat Manly convincingly in the final. A very good side, and I think there are about 7 or 8 of the boys from this team that played there, so Dennis Fitzgerald will be looking to get them under lock and key.
In fact, I think
if he doesn't, someone else will.
Exactly right. I'd say a few St George supporters down there have got the eyes well and truly open at the moment. Now Pert bringing it back to the middle. Casey hits him with a good tackle.
But of course, that's the problem that Parramatta have, is that, and I think Penrith probably suffer from it a little bit too, is there are so many good juniors in the area. You can't keep them all. That's impossible, and you've just got to try to pick the eyes out of them.
Mark Carroll, an example. Now they head over towards the 22. Dickonowski, great ball inside, and Haitley makes another great tackle. What superb football. Dickonowski dummies, goes himself. A loose ball. Rafferty dives on it. Well, that's the individual brilliance we're looking for from Troy Dickonowski.
Yeah, it was a great set of 6 tackles from him. In fact, they travelled 80 metres, or not 6 tackles, 4 tackles. They travelled 80 metres in 4 tackles, and interesting that Woodlawn get the feed here.
They've got the feed. Mark Mumm comes back to it. He's in a hurry. He wants it. Now Eno. A wide ball. This time for Cummins and on to King. King searching to get away from a player. Taken by his opposite in a smother tackle. Young. Tackle 3 now. Dickonowski dummy half. Wide ball for Eno.
It's on here.
They've got the numbers. Away they go. Cummins inside for Pert. 5 short. How much yards did he cover? He was on the other side of the field moments ago, Cummins. Eno put it on the foot. I don't think it was on. Dickonowski! He's there! No! Oh, how close was that?
Real double movement.
He's ruled a double movement, Wayne.
Yeah, my first instinct with the eye was that it was a try, that he got the ball down and was then dragged back, but I'm wrong. Short of the line and then forced it over. Great decision for the second time by Kelvin Jeffs.
Yep.
A matter of millimetres, though. There wasn't much in it.
Oh, he's a good referee, this fellow. He's going places. I've seen him do a couple of games in the lower grades, and I've seen him do some games in Commonwealth Bank Cup. He's very fit. He's in the mould of Bill Harrigan.
Good decision from Kelvin Jeffs. Paul takes it forward. Patrician Brothers lead 16 points to 8. Grimer comes out of dummy half and runs across field. He finds a runner in Pettit. Sulu makes the tackle. They're coming across now through Rafferty and on for Casey. Knock on. So Hill, maybe his first mistake of the game. Toddles off back to his centre position. Woodlawn get the feed. Jeffs wants it again.
We're just reaching the stage of the game where a big pack like Patrician Brothers could win one against the head, and that'll be vital.
Oh, touched by Fairfield. Will be 6 more tackles. And I noticed off that scrum, Wayne, Hately was standing up in the line. That's confidence.
Yeah, he obviously has a lot of confidence in his pace and his winger's pace, because when you stand up in the line like that, you take a risk with the kick over the top.
Plan move there. Dickonowski faked to pick it up. Sulu got it and took it towards the advantage line.
They're a much better team this year, St John's. They do understand fully now advantage line play and the importance of their forwards taking them forward.
Eno looking for runners. Brought to ground by Pettit. In company with his second row partner, I think you'll find. Driving tackle. Glenn Creek, who many believe could be the biggest hitter in schoolboy football. Casey. Scott Casey, that is. The replay. Taking it forward was Mum. I know he's a halfback, but he was hit, driven, and tackled. Hately to play it. A little bit slow to his feet. They're in the middle of the park. Rafferty, Letafuga. Can pop a nice ball too. Grimer looking for his kick, and now he finds him. Casey. No pressure on Pert. What's he going to elect to do? Takes it away. Grimer, good chase. Here they go, Young. Woodlawn on the attack. Young plays it. Dickonowski comes blindside. This is Miller. Long ball. Eno. And now Pert. They've got numbers. He can't handle. Fairfield in possession.
Yeah, what Eno's got to do, he's catching and passing, but he's got to start and run the ball towards the defensive line. He's got to draw defence towards him before he offloads.
He's starting to slow down. No doubt in the world he's got a great passing game. He may have to take it on himself a little bit.
Well, he's built very strongly in the Olsen Philippina mould, as we've suggested before, and he should be strong enough, he should have enough leg drive to break tackles.
Woodlawn on the back pedal as they go wide. Fairfield, open pass just for Bragg. Oh, good tackle. Some great defence, some great attack. Player down for Woodlawn. Now they straighten through Hill. Hately now with room to move. He's away from Malmac, inside for Casey. Casey Garron couldn't handle. And Woodlawn are back on the attack through King.
Yeah, Patrician Brothers there made that breakdown. John Deary's wing, who's down injured, and it almost resulted in a try. Hately here again on the outside, pops that ball on the inside. Great backing up there by Casey. He offloads over the back to Garron Casey, but the ball a little bit too high.
Sulu busting tackles. Driving kick, finds the line. That's a good kick. From Troy Dickonowski. He won't hear of defeat. A heap of supporters at the Sydney Football Stadium. Fairfield with the feed inside their own 22. Scrum goes down, won by Fairfield. They get the verdict. Now Hately has been troubled by a thigh injuries. I wonder if it's holding him up a little. Patrician Brothers 16-8 over St John's of Woodlawn.
We've got John Deary, the winger for St John's, down on the other side of the field. Now, they're either going to have to get him to his feet or replace him, because Patrician Brothers will read pretty quickly that they're a man down on that left-hand defensive side.
They'll be heading there like a cannonball out of a cannon very quickly indeed. Now Letafuga works a short blind. Wilson brought to ground, 4 in from touch. Reimer dummy half, now Rafferty. Rafferty away for Casey. This is Bragg. Sulu hits him. Dickonowski was there to help. They're going blind and gets the kick in. Reimer's read it beautifully. Pert with the task of taking it over the 22. He beats one. brought down. So I believe Norris Salu is on the field. First touch of the ball for Salu. This is Mamando. Great defence in parts from Fairfield. Grief making the tackle in company with Casey. Dickanowski shoots off from dummy half. He read that beautifully. Fairfield pick it up. Knock on. Scrum will go down. You can hear the crowd. They're not happy with the decision. He's standing firm. Here it is. Dickanowski got the ball away. Propelled forward the ball and then propelled forward by the Fairfield player. The scrum must go down. Right decision. Rafferty wins the scrum. Hately brought down smack on halfway. It was taken by Cummins and also Norris Salu. Replacement in the Fairfield side is McElwain. McElwain on the field. Takes the ball just over the halfway. He's a City representative.
Yeah, not a bad replacement. City representative player.
He's on the field in jumper number 20.
And let's face it, he wouldn't be a replacement except he's recovering from a leg injury. So, you know, he's got a lot
from a knee operation.
He's got a lot to offer.
Modern day surgery, an arthroscope last week, and he's on the field today. Now Casey run around with Rafferty, a short ball for Hately. Hately tries to bust them himself. He can't. He was taken by Norris Salu in company with Constable. They're working blindside. Sloppy ball for McElwain. Miller was over the top, changeover. Woodlawn back on the attack.
And once again, we see Patrician Brothers take the ball right out to the sixth tackle, working it to the nth degree rather than kick the ball. I think they must be working on the theory they're such a big side that they're just going to keep wearing St John's down and give them the ball where they can't spread it. From a kick, they might be able to work their back line very quickly.
Brazier took it over the ad line. Now they're working it wide through Dickanowski. Dickanowski looking for a hole. And now Young tries to get around his opposition. He can't. Good tackle from Kevin Griffiths. A wide face ball. The runner didn't read it very well, which was Constable. The knock on. Scrum to go down. Fairfield feed.
Yeah, pressure's starting to tell now. Obviously Woodlawn realising that they've got to put some points on the board soon if they're going to win this match, given that they're still 8 points behind. They're taking a few risks that they wouldn't normally take, and unfortunately they're not paying off for them.
Hately taking it away for Fairfield. He scored 2. Casey dummy half. Now Rafferty looking wide. 5 short of the 22. They're a bit bunched, Fairfield, at the moment. This is McElwain. Over the 22. Involving himself straight away. Grimer dummy half. Casey run around, back inside goes himself Casey. Eventually taken by Constable. Jeffs telling the defence to stand back the 5. Switch of play the blind. Now short ball, trouble. This could well be a try. It's been knocked forward. Hill was causing all sorts of trouble as he did in the first half. Here it is. Hill looked across. He picked up a short ball, which is Pettit. Casey tried to get the ball away. He's ruled the knock on.
And that was almost that one against the head we were talking about.
They've won it. Woodlawn. Another opportunity. But in the last 10 minutes or so, I've noticed they haven't been making the yards that they were in the first half.
Yeah, they're starting to show signs of tiredness. I think what's happening, Patrician Brothers had most of the ball early in this second half, and Woodlawn have burned up a lot of energy in defence, Wayne.
Yes, they certainly have, and they're also taking a few errors, a few risks, Bill, and that's resulting in a few errors. The risks that they're taking aren't coming off.
And so then you've got to tackle again.
Exactly.
As Dickanowski drives the kick towards the touchline, he has had a blinder for Woodlawn. Scrums and penalty. Fairfield, the scrums 10-4. The penalty St John's way 3-0. So Fairfield haven't had a penalty. Grimer at dummy half. Rafferty, he's got runners. Working across field they go. He's hanging on, Norris Salu. But Wilson was brought to ground. Now inside ball from Casey for Grief. The ball's gone forward, scrum to go down, and again you can hear the crowd from Fairfield. They're not happy with the decision. Here's Letafuga. Inside ball, well, I tell you what, I thought that was a fair ball. Mum gets the feed, wins the scrum. Scoreline, St John's, they trail by 8, 16-8 Fairfield's way. Sloppy piece of play. We haven't seen many errors in this game so far. Both sides starting to tire.
It's been a cracking pace.
12.5 minutes left to remaining. Only 16 sides remain in the Commonwealth Bank Cup of 1991. Two of the best on display here today. Champagne schoolboy football. Now Hately. 12 short of the halfway. Grimer at dummy half. They've got forwards wrapping blind. It's a wide blind. Rafferty's got options. McElway, he stands up and goes himself. Now back to the middle, Casey. Here's a good ball for Hill. Another one for Griffiths. Kamota. Defence good and strong. Defence was good and strong from Constable and Young. Rafferty, inside ball. Letafuga takes 3 to put him to ground. Wayne, time is running out for Woodlawn.
Yeah, they've got to really put some points on the board unless they can score an 8-point try. Then they're going to find it very difficult to get back into this match. But yeah, they've got to put points on the board soon if they want to win this match.
Time running out as the Sydney Football Stadium, the shadows start to grow. It's getting dark. Dickonowski, Mum, then Salou. Mark Mum, played strong. Runners both sides, Dickonowski goes himself again.
Had an outstanding game, hasn't he? He's been dangerous when he's run out of dummy half, and he can pass a good ball there as well.
Norris Salou, a wide ball, they can't handle. Fairfield will get the loose in the feed. He went for the long ball. I suppose they've got to start to take chances, Wayne.
Yeah, they were halfway into a gap there. They made about 15-20 metres on that passage of play, and they just felt that they had to try and score from it, which you've got to argue with. I mean, they had Patrician Brothers backpedaling, and it would have been good to see them hold on to the ball.
Fairfield Patrician Brothers, 16 points to 8 over St John's of Woodlawn, as Letafuga drives his way to the halfway line. His opposite, though, is no slouch, Joe Grimer.
Well, both packs of forwards have torn into one another here today and laid a foundation for their backs to work off. I think that Woodlawn have a little bit more flair in the back line, but Patrician Brothers just seem to make less mistakes.
Casey sees open yards behind the ruck. Oh, beautifully taken. Beautifully taken. Well read by Deary.
Yeah, that was a doubly good effort when you consider Deary was down, appeared to be concussed there.
Here's a chance now for Cummins to the centre of the field. Gets back inside Hately. Hately comes again and gets him. Young Casey was there as always, covering up the spoils. Dickonowski throws one over the left shoulder. Norris Salou comes up with it. Still going, Norris Salou. That's his name, Norris Salou, brother of Kenneth. He's busted them! He's busted them! Woodlawn may score! Yes! Second rower, Andrew Constable, had a great game against Tormina. And he's back at the Sydney Stadium. We have got a great finish coming up here. Here it is on the Commonwealth Bank Cup replay. Constable, he went straight through them. He opened them up. Now Hately had plenty of yards to cover. He made the tackle, but he couldn't stop Andrew Constable.
Yeah, he came screaming onto that ball, put a little bit of a jink into his run, and it was enough to split the defence there. Patrician Brothers fullback Hately coming across wasn't quite quick enough to get there, and well, now we really have got a ball game.
Ball game, you can say that again. They're huddled on the halfway, Woodlawn. Here's the kicker, Troy Dickonowski. He's having a shot. He's taken over the roll. He's got it. What can't he do? Superstar of 1990 gets them within reach. Fairfield Patrician Brothers 16-14. Here it is. Dickonoski nailed it straight between the posts.
That was a pressure kick there, Mark, and that's probably the reason that Dickonoski took that. He can handle pressure, and he just soaked it up and put it over between the posts.
What can't he do? As I said, Player of the Year in 1990. Sulu gets his ball back for Dickonoski. Then on for Mark Mumm, taken by his opposite Rafferty. Mamandu. Time ticking away. Only 2 points in it. Mark Mumm. Now for Norris Sulu. Joey Grimer. That ball looked forward. The crowd thinks so also. Damien Young plays it now. King working across the middle of the park. Still in possession through Pert. Now working back to the middle through Deary. Taken to ground on the 22. Last tackle signal. We could get rain at any moment. Chip in behind back play. Haitley takes it. Oh, good tackle from Brazier. They've drove him, but he's managed to stay inside the field of play.
We've already seen him pull off a try-saving tackle, and here this may have saved the match. It may not, but what a super effort. He took the ball just on the try line, had to fight 3 defenders to get back into the field of play, so they kept the ball.
Here it is on the replay, Wayne. Haven't we seen some great defence? But Haitley here, what strength he's shown to stay in the field of play.
Yeah, three of them come in there to really hammer him, including Brazier, who was a big fellow himself, and as Billy pointed out, it was a courageous effort by Chris Haitley to get back into the field of play.
In fact, Brazier is still down. He's got the wobbly boot on, just making his way back now to join his mates. Inside the last 5.5 minutes of this clash in Commonwealth Bank Cup football, you couldn't ask for more. Young goes over halfway. Dickonoski spotted a hole. He's still going. Inside ball. Time ticking away. Fairfield Pat, 16-14 leaders. Dickonoski gets to dummy half. How's Mick Hardis's blood pressure? Oh, knock on.
Bit better now.
Fairfield back in possession, a let off. Here goes Hill. Andrew Hill. The chant goes up, Fairfield. A la English style, you'd swear you're at Wembley. Maybe not the crowd size though. Joe Grimer, still going Grimer. Pert makes the tackle. There they are, the students from Fairfield Patrician Brothers. You've got to hand it to them. A great school as Glenn Greek is still going. Grimer, Rafferty, now Casey. A long ball for Bragg. The defence was there through Brazier. Casey, Rafferty, kick down, charge down. Let off. Griffiths has got the ball. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock. Norris Sulu, rather Mamando, comes again at Casey and puts him to ground.
When you're a coach, that's an eternity.
Here's trouble. Griffith still going on. Good tackle, Mark Mumm. He put his body on the line, Wayne. They're still in trouble.
Yeah, fantastic tackle, but the try still on.
Hill, a short ball for Bragg. Another great tackle. An absolute crackerjack game. Was made by Deary. Fairfield, they won't let the screws off. Applying the pressure. Grimer can smell a try himself. Now Rafferty, chip in behind them. There's plenty of chase. What will they do? King takes it dead. The dropout. Time running out. Here it is. Rafferty put it in behind them. Letafagu gave chase. So did Haitley. King had no option but to take it dead. Restart of play, the dropout, driving kick over the halfway line. Haitley takes it. 10 metres his own side of halfway. Goes over halfway. He looks like he's jogging. Makes 20 metres though.
I think both sides have given it everything and they haven't got much petrol left in the tank.
Fairfield are clapping. The chant is going up. Great Commonwealth Bank Cup football. Can't say it often enough. What supporters of rugby league, in particular schoolboy football. Primer looking blindside. Now McElwain. McElwain gets a ball away. They're still on a roll, Fairfield. 2.5 minutes left to go in the Commonwealth Bank Cup clash. St John's and Fairfield. Fairfield 16-14 leaders. Hill dummy half. Casey was taken by Mum. He hasn't stopped working, Mark Mum. Rafferty steps off the right. Jinking run still going. King puts him to the ground in company with Brazier. Inside ball, Latafagu. This is Glenn Group. He'll score. That's the ball game. That's the ball game. Thrift captain Glenn Group. They are jubilant. Smiles all round. And here it is on the Commonwealth Bank Cup replay. Glenn Group got between runners. He got around the Woodlawn defence and scored. Stood up Constable. Glenn Group, the captain, Australian schoolboy in 1990. Lock forward. Black headband, like the bloke sitting next to me, Wayne Pearce.
I didn't play Australian schoolboys though, Mark. I was never good enough to make that side.
Oh yeah, listen to that. He went up one more than that. Garron Casey, 2 from 3. Player statistics from the Commonwealth Bank. So Casey with the kick. Can he put it? The extra 2 on the board. 44 seconds and counting. What a game we've seen. 26 very, very tired schoolboy footballers. Casey taking his time. They've been an absolute tribute to their school, St John's of Woodlawn. Casey moves into it. He makes no mistake. That's the final nail. That's the final nail. Fairfield Patrician Brothers 22 lead St John's 14. We're inside the last 10 seconds and counting. They're chanting. There's Mickey Hardis. He'll be glad when this one's over. Counting down. There it is. What a clash. Comes to an end. Players, supporters from Fairfield, they've got the right result. What a magnificent game. Patrician Brothers Fairfield, 22 points to 14. So their endeavours to go on and win their 6th Commonwealth Bank Cup continues. The man of the match, Chris Haitley, deservedly so. He'll get a $50 account from the Commonwealth Bank. What a performance. Mick Hardis and his coaching staff. But Woodlawn, what a great side. Wynnum State High next week on the Commonwealth Bank Cup versus Palm Beach Currumbin State High. That's Saturday the 29th of June on Network 10. On behalf of Bill Anderson and Wayne Pearce, until we do it all again, I'm Mark Warren, wishing you bye for now.